Hello, YouTube. Welcome to a talkback Thursday, or talkback Thursday for the 4th of July. Sorry, give me a second. So, thought I would update everyone. I thought I would update everyone on how things are going. So I've got 4 weeks, 6 days left until I'm homeless. I put in a public housing application. I've gone to a legal help I can get. There isn't any. Not because it's not a legal matter. It is a legal matter, but yeah. The legal help lawyer that I spoke to couldn't help me. I've spoken to homeless services. Yeah, it's just a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. Like I've applied for place. Literally, I looked all over Australia, by the way, everyone. It would cost me. So, there was only 13 places available all across Australia that was suitable for me. 13. That's not good. Oh, excuse me. And mind you, most of them were in places that were undesirable. Just letting you know. Yes, I've still got the heart surgery within the next 9 months, or 8 months now, because it's July. So yeah, I've got heart surgery within the next 8 months. And basically I got 4 weeks and 6 days until I'm homeless. I can't be homeless or living in my car after the surgery, because I need 6 weeks to recover. So I need a minimum of 3 months to recover everything. I need a minimum of 3 months to recover from open heart surgery. Once it all goes ahead. So if everything goes okay with the surgery, I need, just trying to think. Otherwise, it could take up to 12 months. You know? And out minimum, it's 6 weeks before I can drive again. So for everyone that decides to say, go get a caravan, you can travel with a caravan. No, I really can't. I can't afford a caravan. Plus, I can't. Let me rephrase that. I can't afford a caravan. I've looked at options with that. I can't afford a caravan. Yes, I could sell some things, but I don't have $10,000 worth of stuff. No, I don't. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Plus, I need to be in Brisbane for doctor's appointments that I have every month. Multiple per month. Next month I've got 2. Three. 2. This month I got 2. 3. Possibly 3 appointments. Yes, 3 appointments this month. Alone. So I've got to stay within Brisbane. So that's not an option. Share housing. Wanted to put out a little bit of information that after heart surgery, you're not mentally stable because you get depressed about not being able to do things that you normally used to be able to. And I ain't showing, well, of course I'll put it on I'll still put up videos on YouTube and everything daily, but within the first month you're basically laying down all day every day. Getting up, doing a bit of exercise, going to rehab. Exercise rehab, I should say. So that's no. Because you do feel depressed, you can't do what you currently have done previously. That you're not able to go back to doing what you were normally doing. So that's a no. And I can't handle strangers. I don't have social skills. Face-to-face social skills. I can do videos like this. No issue. But I just don't have the face-to-face social skills. So and when I was living up in Coffs Harbour the first time, back in 2021, I lived next to 2 holiday rentals. 2 units that were holiday rentals. And one night I got very paranoid that one of their holiday rentals was listening in on me. Literally. Let me just fix up. I see. Quite literally, going out to smoke. And it was weird hours that they were doing it too. So I thought maybe they're listening in on what I was doing. And I got paranoid. So the next night I went out, found out they went out smoking. And so, yeah. But I had no idea what they were doing. And I just thought they may be listening in on me. I know it's crazy. Before you say anything, it does sound crazy. But that's where my mind went. And I never got along with any of the holiday rentals. The people that stayed always got a bit iffy on them. And I just can't do share housing, period. No matter how you look at it, I can't do share housing. Now, when I was living in Perth, back in 2019, I have been recommended to do co-living, where you live on the bottom, or granny flats, where you live on the bottom of a house, or the ground of a house, and someone lives above you, or vice versa, but I go to the ground floor, because after the heart surgery, there's not much I can do. Can't climb upstairs. So, excuse my neighbour, bringing the bin in. So yeah. Not much I can do after the surgery. For 3 months. Minimum. So, yeah. I can't do share housing because of my mental health. I haven't been diagnosed with paranoia, but I think it was I was a bit paranoid. No man. I also tried, and co-living wouldn't work either because I lived at places in Perth, 2 places in Perth. Both were with tenants living above you. So I went out. The first one was easy. There was someone up there on crutches, and it was constant stomp, 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 all over the place. I'm glad I moved out of that place, by the way, because of the internet situation, but that's a different story, which I'll get into in a minute. Because that also affects where I can live too. It was constant stomping, and I couldn't handle it. Personally, I could not handle the stomping that was going on. Whatever. I was just thinking of something else. And when I lived at the second place in Perth, there was still people living above me. It was the unit. And this was in 2019 still. You won't believe what happened, because I constantly heard noises, and I went out to check where they were coming from, basically every day, because they annoyed the hell out of me. And I just wanted to make sure where noises were coming from. And then this neighbor had an issue because he said I was staring at people and just to act normal. I'm like, what the hell is normal? But he basically threatened me to the point where I had to leave Perth completely. I moved back to Townsville where my father was living at the time. Because he basically threatened me. He threatened to get me evicted because I was curious about where the sounds were coming from. It's just my nature with my disabilities. And then I went to... Anyway. But the thing is, I can't really have people living above me, directly above me, next to me. I can't do share housing. It's just like, it's not viable. I mean, I could possibly go back and live in an apartment, as long as that apartment is not like, someone living above you, because then I'd probably get annoyed below you. So then I'd probably get annoyed and I'd get pissed off and end up in the same situation I was in Perth. But we're looking. Well, I'd be curious about where the noise is coming from, looking where it was coming from, make sure it wasn't anything wrong with the place I'm living at, and possibly get abused by a neighbour who doesn't understand. And so, and the other thing I was going to talk about, the internet. When I lived in Perth, I moved to a place with fibre to the node NBN. The worst, I'd say the worst internet type in Australia, aside from like fixed wireless, satellite. Fixed wireless is a little bit better than fibre to the node, but I wouldn't say it is better. I'd say it's on par. Then it goes fibre to the curb. But you can upgrade fibre to the node, fibre to the curb in some suburbs, some areas. And I've looked into that. And it's like, if you're in a plunk of units, you need to speak to your buddy corporate. And like, the buddy corporates don't care. Looking back at Perth, they didn't give a fuck that the internet was shit. but then it goes up to fiber to the curb after fixed wireless in terms of reliability. Then I'd say HFC, even though that's less reliable. Then you got fiber to the premise. But then you've also got fiber to the building, which I class as fiber to the curb. Fiber to the curb, fiber to the building, fiber to whatever. Any sort of fiber to the connections, which is fiber to the building, basement, curb, anything like that would be, well, that's reliable. Then you've got fiber to the premise, which is full fiber. HFC is hybrid fiber coaxial. It's weird. I've never understood it for HFC fully. But you get a special box and it's limited. So it's like it was limited to fiber to the curb speeds. But now they're expanding it to gigabit speeds, which is 1,000 megabits down, and 50 up, by the way, 50 megabits up. That's our fiber plan, unless you want fiber to the premise, which is what I'm currently on, and I ain't going back. I ain't going back to fiber to the node, or fiber, because I had so many issues with that in 2019. Every place I've lived was fiber to the premise since then. And now, yeah, I ain't going back. Because that'll mean no YouTube streams. Trust me, it'll be no YouTube streaming, no Twitch streaming, no TikTok streaming, no TikTok videos. Well, that's a lie. Maybe TikTok videos. Maybe YouTube videos. But it'll take forever to upload. That's why I'll never go back to fiber to the node, fiber to the curbs. I'll never do fiber to the curb, or fiber to the building, or HFC. Well, HFC I'm a bit iffy on, but they just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Oh, I could do HFC. No, really couldn't, because it's congested. HFC is very congested. But I've looked at everything, and honestly, there's nowhere. And I know I'm probably being too picky. I'm probably being way too picky with things. But, yeah. And I know I probably should cut back on... I should really look at things, and honestly, I need to look at things and work out what I really need. And that's what I'm doing. Technically, I've cut back on a lot of things. Have you seen me buy retro games recently? Aside from when I was in New York? No. And you probably won't ever see me do that again. Probably won't ever see me unbox retro games again on this channel. Because I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money for anything anymore. And it's like, go share house. It's like, I can't do that. And another thing. Before you all jump down my throat and say, go get a job, or get a job, Yes, I saw those comments on my other talkback Tuesday, or my other talkback video that I did last month. I can't work. Because of my disabilities, I am severely disabled, and my job capacity, if you must know, is 0 hours. I cannot work at all because I am severely disabled. May not seem like it, but I am. Due to my heart and my other disabilities. So don't even mention get a job. It's not because I don't want to get one. As I said, it's not because I don't want to get one. It's just I don't need to get one. Plus, I don't have skills to work. And as I said, I don't have social skills. Imagine me working. And the only places I would work with no bloody skills at all, retail or fast food. I don't have the social skills for either of them either. So I am severely disabled. And I have never worked I did work experience in grade 10, but that was only 4 days. He said he would hire me, but you'd have to teach me way too much. So, yeah. There is no way he would, so there's no way I would manage working. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah. So, you gotta think of another thing. I don't have money to go caravanning around Australia. I don't have the medical. I don't have the medical. I don't have the money to go caravanning. I don't have the time to go caravanning. I don't have, I can't do caravanning, period. That was one of the options that someone suggested. Another person suggested, okay, I know what that is. Another person suggested selling all my games. Then what would I do with my YouTube channel? Honestly, collecting retro video games is one of my hobbies. I can't collect them anymore. I shouldn't have to sell them either. I should be able to enjoy. I should be able to enjoy what little I can of my life. So I shouldn't have to sell all my games and movies and DVDs and whatever. You know? And I shouldn't have to. I really shouldn't be moving, With the way my heart is, I shouldn't be moving. Because I could get a notification tomorrow, next week, 1 month's time, 5 months' time, 9 months' time for surgery. Anytime between now and March 31st next year, I could get a date for surgery and I'd have to go in. I should not be moving. I don't have the time to be looking because I could be, I basically could be in hospital pretty soon. So, yeah, for surgery. Then I wouldn't have time to look afterwards either. Or move for the next 3 months afterwards. So, yeah. I don't know anymore. Well, I just got a massive headache. Not a massive headache. I really need to face that. My head was hurting last night from all of this. It's just been day in, day out, looking for places, ringing up places, seeing what's going on. But yeah, it's, as I said, I want to give up. Honestly, I just want to give up on all this. It's like, I shouldn't be going through any of this. Honestly. At my age, I should not be homeless. And I'm not saying anyone should be homeless. But I'm just saying, I shouldn't be in this situation. But nobody will accept me because I'm on a disability support pension. So, yay, me! And because of my surgery coming up, I need to find a place right now. ASAP. Especially since I only have 4 weeks, 6 days left of this place. Alright everyone, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!